What's up?
Hey.
I'm Alana.
I'm Peggy.
And we are
your sweet guys.
Okay, so this one's not... I thought it was your shoe and I was like, pick it up, you slob. Peggy's literally the biggest slob I know.
Yeah,
huge pig. GOT7 feels the same way. But we're here to tell you guys what happened. What happened at their tour. Which it's gonna be a quick one because we want to put a lot of stuff in there and then we're gonna put the stuff at the beginning and then just put the clips at the end.
Exactly.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is someone gift that. I'm gonna make a gift that. You guys don't have to. Okay.
What?
Brother. Okay. We're gonna tell the whole story, and then put all the clips we just talked about at the end. Bro, you're moving my freaking bed.
I'm sorry.
It's freaking whoa. We're gonna go and fall backwards onto the thing.
It'd be good content.
We're going to, what I just said. We're not going to like tell a bit, put a clip in, tell a bit, put a clip in. It's going to be, we'll tell you everything that happened and then we'll be like, now you can watch. And then if you want to, you can.
Yeah.
We will say now, since this is the only time we're going to be talking, shout out to Juliet for the clips during the concert. We have some of our own, but any clip that says Juliet at the bottom, she took a video of the whole concert. So we asked her if we could use it and she said yes.
Thanks for that.
So we'll put it below. Check out her channel and her video. Where do we begin?
So... Well, most of our things that we have to talk about or tell have nothing to do with GOT7 in the beginning of it.
Yeah. I'll tell this part because you weren't involved in it.
Oh, that's true.
So we went. You'll see. We traveled. It was like a really quick clip. We didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
We got there. The bus didn't have Wi-Fi. They changed our bus. It didn't have damn Wi-Fi. Didn't even have plugs. And we looked at each other and we were like,
so we're going to talk to each other for a few hours?
We've literally never, for 4 hours, what are we supposed to say to each other? We played actually a really fun game that we're going to play on the channel, so.
Yeah, actually.
But, it was like, I had my phone on for a little bit, Peggy had her phone on for a little bit. We just really volleyed back and forth, charge-wise.
Yeah.
Then we got there, and we went to our hotel, met up with Joshua, who we shared a room with Joshua and Shantae, but also in our hotel was Candy and Maddie.
Yep.
Our sweethearts. Literally, nay. But we met up with Joshua and went and, like, got snacks and stuff. We were like, oh, this should be good for 2 days. And it was like,
I am an idiot.
4 bottles of, like, a boss of soda. Does anyone else call it a boss?
I don't know, that's what it is.
We call it, like, the big ones. What is it, 20 ounces?
Yeah.
It's a
2
boss.
liter.
By NCT.
Yeah.
Boss's soda. 2 liter. Yeah. So we bought, We bought, like, 4 of those and tons of bags of chips, like, no real food. And we were like, this should be good for our 2-day stay, because we were, like, staying for 2 nights. And so we bought, like, Doritos,
So
Lay's,
stupid.
this, yada, 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 this, that, and the third.
You said, these are, like, the most popular. And I was like, amongst us. And I was like, yeah, that's
we
right.
We love the chips. We love the chips. We like to party.
I didn't know they were planning a thing.
And then, so, we bring them back to the hotel. And actually, Shantae had got there, like, way later. But a bunch of people came. We're not going to rifle off names because they're just in the videos. If you know anyone, you know them. They're all amazing people and really sweet and we love them. But
yeah.
We had a bunch of people come. There were a few surprises. Peggy didn't even know were coming.
No.
Which we can say, like, Keely lives in New York but wasn't going to GOT7. Like, she came. Andrea and Olivia came later. You didn't know about that.
Nope.
The blondes.
Did not know the blondes were going to show up.
She didn't know about that. But, like, there were ones that was like, oh, we're all going to hang out today. Which Peggy knew about.
Which the rest of our sweet squad, we were all kicking it.
So we had, like, we played the game we played on the bus.
Yeah.
And we were just all hanging out. Didn't really offer anyone any food yet. So then me and Peggy go out because I was like, I texted you being like, want to go to the store or like something like that.
You were like, I need ginger ale or something. And I was like, that sounds like a thing Alana would do.
And then Shantae
we have 15 people in our hotel
was there.
room.
She got literally. Shantae got there and I was like, she was like, I'll come. And I texted her and I was like, you can't. Sorry, it's for the surprise. You can't come because we wanted everyone to be in the room. And then we actually saw Candy on our way back up, and I was like, "Hey, Candy, you want to come to the room with us first?" And she was like, "No." And I was like, "Okay, but you needed to be there for the surprise, Candy." So it doesn't matter. We go outside, and I'm like, "Let's go the scenic route." So we walk down to like the water. I'm like, "Let's see if we can see the Statue of Liberty." And Elvis, shut up, please. So then we walk down, do like a whole loop. Every street, you were like, "Is this a street?" I was like, no, you fucking idiot.
And I was like, I feel like we're like being away from everyone for a little while.
And I was like, it's okay. And then in that moment, GOT7 was live in Times Square, and we were like, that's cool. Hope they're having fun. So then we go back to the hotel, go up, and I start filming. You'll see it in the clip.
I suggested that you film.
Yeah.
Not knowing
in the store.
anything.
She was like, should we film going back up to be
like show that all of our friends were in the room, and I was like, you should totally film it.
And I did.
Fucking idiot.
And she opened the door, and I was like, can you guys shut up? Like, before, so they could know that we were here, because none of them were fucking quiet. So then Peggy opens the door, and it was a surprise. Keely put her phone, like, way up there with Josh's tripod and stuff like that. Like, we had phones taped to walls that I didn't even know was happening, but I was filming on mine. We got a bunch of footage. And then we partied, but Peggy had no clue about her surprise party for her birthday. Happy belated to Peggy.
It was the sweetest shit I've ever seen.
It was actually an early birthday party, but now it's belated today.
Yeah. And they literally put pictures of Jin Young all over the walls. They put it above where I was sleeping. They put them in the bathroom. They had streamers everywhere, balloons, all this
cupcakes.
Shit.
I think Jaquasia brought cupcakes. Was it Jaquasia?
Yeah, and then everyone just like, it was so much fun.
We ordered way too much pizza and Chinese food,
which took us like 3 hours to decide on.
Yeah.
And it was...
But we also did a nice little performance for our squad, a nice vocal performance that will remain a secret because we're not including those clips.
Yeah, I
but
hope you guys learn those lyrics.
We'll throw in a bunch of the clips of like what we did that night and the surprise and us having fun with the people we love, with our hearts and our souls, and you'll see how great everyone is there. The next day was the concert. We got up. Andrew and Olivia slept over on our ground.
Yeah.
So it was 6 of us in a room.
We woke up and it was like, hey guys, anyone got cool plans today?
Yeah. Anyway,
what are you guys doing?
I'm asleep. Woo! So honestly though, when we like get together with all those people, like it's so much fun. No matter what happens. But like we were all like that night after everyone left, we like, didn't really clean up, so we all just like got in beds with a ton of shit everywhere.
There's food everywhere.
And then we would all like text each other a random thing, but it was silent, and then we would all just fucking burst out laughing because we all just saw like the same thing.
We kept like when it gets quiet because everyone's going to sleep, we're like, okay, and turn over, and then like 10 minutes later it'd be like,
and then Joshua was laughing. Joshua would just start screaming. Ah! It's so great. And then Andrea and Olivia were on the ground, and we texted them, and you just hear like laughs from the floor. So we wake up, and we honestly the night before we were like, we had a plan. We'll all go get breakfast and then do this and do that.
We're not good at doing plans that we make.
Plans, horrible at making them. Horrible makers of the plans.
Yeah.
So we wake up, didn't even go over to the venue until like 3. We all just kind of sat there, straightened our hairs, did our makeups.
We talked about shit. We filmed a video.
Filmed a 17 highlight medley reaction with all of our friends that were in the hotel with us. Then we decided, let's get dressed. Yeah. Let's get dressed and head over. So then we went.
After it was like 2 hours later than we thought it was.
We were supposed to film a game at the GOT7 concert. It didn't work out because they're like going inside for high touch, meet and greet, coming back out. There was too much happening at one time, and then when it got to the point of let's go inside, we had no time to film anything.
Yeah, everything happened earlier than we thought it was going to.
We were like, oh, we have so much time in between this and that. No, wrong. So we get there, and then we had people take pictures with our Making History sign, which we put on our Instagram in a video form, which made us cry multiple times.
Oh, that was so great.
If you want to go watch our Instagram, is your sweet guys.
There was so much, I gotta say, pride flowing through the air.
We really did make history. That's not even, no one's exaggerating. You just made history.
No,
like, we were a part of it,
fact.
you did it, and we loved being there. But high touch happened. We took pictures with some people, and then luckily Shantae and Joshua went around and took pictures of people later. Thank God for them.
Guys.
Yeah, but the high touch story.
Okay, so
because literally the exact same thing happened to both of us. Yeah, nothing different.
So first of all, we got shuffled into a basketball court, which we were like, okay, and
ballers. We had our jerseys on the night before.
We thought based on the way like the staff was acting, everything, we were like, okay, this is gonna be like a super chill high touch. Like we were like, this is like
when
cool.
He stood up in front of everyone.
Yeah, and the guy was like, we're gonna make it go as fast as possible or as slow, whatever. And we were like, okay, cool. Everyone's like down for this vibe right now. And then the lines started going, and they had us all in like these lines that a line would go, then we move over, a line would go. And it took maybe 30 seconds for the first 3 lines to be
I was going to say, how many lines were even to the right of us? Like 4?
Like 4. Because we watched to look, and then it was literally and we were like, I'm sorry, are those people all done? Because you could see where they were coming out of, and we were like, what the hell? This is going so fast.
If you played like one single GOT7 song, it would be the entire high touch line.
Yeah.
Like everyone 100%. That was in the jam.
Like everyone that was next to us too.
Music.
No, it was so weird. And like the people who were next to us, first of all GOT7 fans are so cute that everyone was like being like, it's gonna be great, get your moments, do your thing, and like people who had never met before. But all of us were looking around being like, is this how fast it's going? Because we all started to realize.
We audio recorded it and it took like 8 seconds.
Yeah, like literally it was like not even 1 full second with each member, and they were all close together, so sometimes they're spread out and you have like a moment and there was no time for anything at all. And
immediately before we even got up there, staff yelled at us.
Yeah, we were getting yelled at the whole time. Maddie's recording, she had literally all you can hear is, come on, let's go, come on.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Like, you can't even hear anything.
Spending money on that.
And so we went up, and the order was Yugim, Bam Bam, Young J, Jin Young, JB, Mark, Jackson. And we, like, had, like, 3 seconds to look before, like, you actually were right in front of them. And so then we both were just planning on being like, we're so proud of you, like, this is, like,
I audio
so great.
recorded it, but I'm not going to put it in because it's literally not worth it. Like,
It's
you can
pointless.
hear, like, 1 or 2 things, but that's it.
And everyone was so reserved for, like, the way we know their personalities to be. It
And
was
what
like,
they posted before.
Yeah,
they
them
posted
being
on
like,
Instagram, being like, Barclays, let's get our dicks out.
Right, so we were like, they're going to be hopping up on the fucking table doing somersaults.
At the first high touch that we saw, JB was sitting on the table and stuff, like in Toronto or wherever it was.
It was way different than things that we've seen from this tour, which you don't know if it was timing or whatever, but they were all very reserved. And, like, we talked to a bunch of different people after who thought the same thing, that it was like there was something about it that, like, they seemed like they, like, weren't supposed to be super active or responsive.
We didn't see anyone, like, that we met in real life or saw on Twitter where anything more than, like, a second happened.
Yeah.
Nothing huge.
Like, so it was like, first was Yugim, who of course is always so smiley and sweet, and was like,
they were like, if we are all in a bad mood, you still have to be in a good mood.
Yeah, and he was smiling, and we were like, hi, we're so proud of you, and he said thank you, I think, to both of us, and then Bam Bam said, what up?
What up?
Just not a sentence, said, what up? And we were like, hey, we're so proud
Like, he
of
just,
you.
like, repeated himself.
Like,
okay. Like a
there
robot.
wasn't even, like, time to have, like, an actual, like, person-to-person thing, really. Said, Young Jay, we're so proud of you. Then Jin Young and stuff said, you're still my favorite. And then JB said, we're so proud of you. And, but it was all, like, literally, like, saying that was the whole
I threw JJP to Jin Young because I
thing.
know he does that with us, and he smirked. But
he, like, he's probably one of the most that does, like, eye contact, that he, like, can, like, say things
We
when
do a
he's
lot
not.
of when you can realize, like, oh, they're gonna push you through the entire thing. It's kind of like a general, like, I'm shouting so everyone can hear me type of vibe. And we were like, you guys are gonna kill it tonight. You're making history. We're so proud of you.
Yeah.
It was that type of stuff.
And, like,
over and over.
Jin Young does, like, the knowing nod and being like, yes, I understand, but I'm not saying anything.
JB was beaming.
And JB was in a really good mood.
He was smiling.
He was
the
in such a
hardest
good
I've
mood.
ever seen him, looking like a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous man like he is. But Mark and Jackson, really nothing.
Jackson was very timid, like, for what we've seen of him and what we like. We said the first time we met them that he was very, like, quiet and warm in high touches, which he can be at times. But it was, like, very, like, we were still like, oh my god, like, it's been so long since we actually seen them in person, and it was so great to even just be able to say that to them.
We were just smiling as hard as we could after it was done.
Yeah.
The only thing that we would suggest to change, because we are fans, so we're trying to get feedback, is that they should have, if they're going to make it go that fast, because people paid a lot of money for it, do a smaller group of people that get to meet them then.
Yeah.
To make it not have to go that fast.
And they even
had
people off.
They had plenty of time. That whole thing, all of those lines of people, I'd say probably took 8 minutes, 10 minutes total.
Yeah.
Total 10
and it was
minutes.
a room full of people.
For, like, a good amount of people, like hundreds. And they just...
Most of the people outside,
every
like,
time just push through.
after we came out, it was a lot of, like,
you couldn't process what happened.
That was so
really
fast.
Nothing happened.
What the fuck? That was so fast.
Yeah.
Like, it was, like, so strange. And I mean, like, we were still, as always, like, love to be able to see them and everything. But
we
it was
even
definitely...
said when the tour got announced, we were like, "There's not even going to be any benefits."
Right.
So for there to be even a high touch in a place that big, 19K, is amazing. Obviously, it's like try to get out what you can, and that's not their fault. But it is when you're pushing people and you don't let them say anything. Because they cut you off from behind being like, let's go. So then you hear that in your ear and then you can't say anything to them. And it's like, a lot of people can, like, block them out like we can. But some people, like, will turn and, like, see who's yelling at them, and then you just miss one of the members.
Right.
And it's like, so maybe just do, like, a little less.
And so it's like, if you're going to schedule it maybe differently, if you're going to be pushing people that much. And we've had experiences in high touches or photo ops where we're being rushed by staff, but that was by far the most rushed we've ever been. And we were like, okay.
So then we went back outside, met our friends, but then we hadn't eaten all day. Literally all day. So we went, ate. We went to Shake Shack and then talked about the high touch there. That clip will be in there. Then we went inside, went to the concert. We met so many people outside and, like, going in and everything. So many people, like, messaged us or tweeted us being like, where are you? And we met up with a ton of people that we hadn't met ever before in our whole lives. Like, Tasia hadn't met.
Right.
Tay, Lauren hadn't met. There's just
there
so many people that it was like that was the first time we were meeting them, and it was at GOT7.
Right.
2 Laurens, actually.
Yeah. And
Both
it felt,
beautiful.
And And it was just so cool to see so many people that we like know and love, but had never actually been in the same place as
and
before.
You get to hug them, and it's like, oh, sweet.
And even like people who we didn't know before, who just like came up being nicer, like we like hugged everyone immediately because it's like we know that you're here and you love GOT7, so we love you. And it's like, and so it was really really fun. We met our girlies, Cass and Jost, and they
saw other YouTubers.
We spotted them, and we were like, oh my god, yes, hello.
They were really sweet. Everyone that we met was so sweet.
Yeah.
Everyone. Like, thank you for tweeting pictures and even coming up to us in general and just saying, like, you don't even if you don't watch our channel, just, like, being nice.
Yeah, GOT7 fans are so nice.
Everyone is so nice.
Like, even the, like, girls would randomly come up to, like, us or each other. We watch it happen with other people being like, I love your outfit. I love your hair. You're looking great tonight. Have so much fun. Like, it was literally what everyone was doing the whole time. And it was so great.
Then we went inside and then we went down to our seats. To set it up, the floor section, it was stage and then the catwalk with another stage at the end. And there were two sections in the front, like the F1, F wherever's, like those two sections. And we thought it was going to be way bigger than it was. Tiny, tiny, tiny sections, not that many rows. We walked down to our seats. We were the very last ones to get there.
Literally the last two seats.
Because we got there, it was supposed to start at 8. It started at like 8:06 or something like that. And we got to our seats at like 7:57.
Yeah.
But we were in the 4th row, seats 1 and 2, so it was on the end. Then the concert starts, that classic A remix.
That gets us going every time.
Yes, like we want that to be played at our weddings and stuff.
We filmed each other before we
and
started.
then a girl interrupted. A girl got in the way, which is, I mean, we weren't gonna be like, hey, excuse us.
Right.
So.
But we were like, turned around and looked, and already before it even started, all the green lights were already there, and we saw all of them. We were like, oh shit, this is really happening. Like they really have this whole place just for them.
And then the concert starts, and people, like, even when the lights went down and like the music got louder, every single person in our section went right up against the stage. Everyone, they all moved from their seats that way. So we were like, we've done this before. If you give yourself that much separation of no other people are near you, they'll just look right over.
Right.
Look right over.
And we get freedom to we gotta
move about the cabin.
And we get all of our dance moves out.
So it starts and we are freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
Literally being like, they're in such a big place, holy fucking shit! Like looking all around, freaking, like literally freaking out. And we didn't know how security was gonna like take it.
Right.
When it's like, because they weren't saying anything to anyone that moved against the stage, but all the people that were like going crazy in their seats, that was us.
Yeah,
we
were screaming
like,
every lyric,
within the first 5 minutes of the concert starting, the security guard at the front, sweet, sweet, sweet lady. There were 2 of them actually.
Yeah.
They were on the other side of the barricade at the front, and she goes, and we were like huh? Up there. She goes. So we went up to the front, and she goes, stand right here, and we were like at the front row. Because we knew they wouldn't really care if we moved back.
Right.
They were like, yeah, you can move back. But coming to like the very front, we were like, is that allowed?
We're like, you want us to be
Hello?
there? You want us there?
So she came and literally told us to come to the front row, and we were like, okay.
Sure.
So throughout the concert, we had the front row and then literally every other row in between up until the end of the stage.
Yep.
We just ran.
It was empty as shit.
We were running back and forth in the aisles.
Yeah, we were hopping chairs, and they, like, the security people were literally watching us run back and forth for each thing.
Wherever GOT7 went, we went. We traveled with them. They moved from main stage to the end stage, we went.
And we moved around. And, like, that whole, we, like, just used that whole area as our seat.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, you know what I thought was weird, though? That a lot of people in the seats moved to the side along the catwalk, and only one row of people was against the end stage.
Yeah.
So when at the end, we'll tell you what happened, but at the end, it was literally one row, and then not a single person in any row until the front.
Right.
No one.
So like when we ran up, like having been up at the front and then coming back, we were literally like on the end stage,
above that front row, because they don't need to get up on chairs. They are against those people are against the stage.
Right.
We stood up on the chairs because other people did it first, and we were like, they didn't get yelled at.
Yeah.
So we'll do it too. And we weren't above. Our heads weren't above anyone in the stands, so we were like, we're not covering anyone. Mid concert, a few things happened.
Oh my goodness.
This is basically the bulk of the information here. This is why it's not going to be that long, because it's like these things happen.
Yeah,
real fast.
And it's obviously concerts are way different than fan meetings, and an arena concert is way different than a smaller concert. Yeah. So in that regard, it's like they got a whole crowd of people. We're not like Look at us. They got 20,000.
At a fan meeting, they're made for interactions.
Right.
Fan meetings are made for go take people's phones, go do this. You're only singing a certain amount of songs. They're like mainly playing games. This is, you're doing your choreographed dances in front of a ton of big companies that came to review this or interview or do stuff for in a history making place. Like you sold out the Barclays and you're performing there. They're taking it seriously, doing their choreography. So it's, but also at the same time, it's GOT7.
Right.
So they're
always doing fan
still
service.
fucking around, but we weren't expecting anything to happen.
And even from our point of view, going to this show was so much different than anything we've ever done that we didn't want to go being like, let's try to interrupt their what they're doing to try to get them to look over at us or do a thing like that. We're like, we want to watch them perform.
We bought tickets to a concert
like
to see GOT7 kill it.
We want to see them do this show that is making history. Like, so it's like we wanted to watch more than we were going to do any of the other.
And there were a bunch of songs we hadn't seen yet that we were like, we'll take our tops off for this.
True.
But the first person, we don't have a clip of this, but we'll just say, Yugyeom, we're in the same spot.
Always.
We're in the same spot every time for some reason. We're always on the right-hand side of the stage, but Yugyeom looked over and was like...
We did have our lights up at that point.
Yeah,
so.
of course, yeah.
We're still us.
Yugyeom was like, hello, and we were like, hi. Then,
like,
also on the main stage, during Thank You, we tweeted a clip of this, but one of the things that happened was we were bawling our eyes out.
Yeah,
because
hardcore.
we were like, there's so much you can, there's not much you can say, and there's so much you can say of how proud we were in our literal hearts of these 7 men right here, like doing what they're doing right now, just standing on this stage in front of all these people. It just like puts the brightness in your heart.
It started with the VCR of them talking about fans and the unconditional love that fans have for them, and
we
like
just lost it.
And we were just like started to cry,
vocally, visibly crying.
And we'd had such an emotional like day and a half with like meeting everyone and all of these feelings, and like then they started talking about being proud to be like GOT7 fans and K-pop fans. And then
it was literally too much. We were just so proud. Like,
we were literally fully like
vocally, visibly crying. And then JB looked over at one of the parts. He looks over, sees us, starts to sing, and then looks over again. And we were like, we're fine. Don't look at us. But he literally checked to make sure we were okay, like the fucking sweetheart angel that he is. Looked so beautiful, I couldn't even believe it.
That it was
and I was like, don't look at us.
That it was like prideful tears instead of
that
like,
he noticed
we're going to pass
like,
out, someone hurt us tears.
And people always think JB is the type of person where it's like, he doesn't care about anything and stuff. He literally noticed it and was concerned and looked again because he was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, they're crying.
And then we saw like in like quick little moments, obviously because they're looking around at the whole audience while they're performing this kind of song, but like we saw just a couple of them like see that we were crying because we also, for the rest of the show, we're like, so they look.
You can hear us, and people like Becky, some of Becky's videos where you apologize, you could hear us just fucking screaming, like not just yelling like words. We were yelling words.
We were like
saying
a lot,
calling back to them,
and like
they would ask a question and we would yell back.
We would literally scream and answer. Whenever they brought up performing 2 years ago, we were like,
yes, PlayStation.
Like,
they called it the PlayStation Center, but now that's what it is now.
And I think Jackson said Nokia Center a couple of times. We were like, you know what?
We also were there. That's fine.
Wherever you were, we were there. But so we were like freaking out the whole time. So then during Thank You, when we started bawling, I feel like I caught a couple of them off guard, being like, oh, they're crying now. It's like, yeah, we're not faking this. This is very real.
Yeah, we're fucking sad. But no, we're not. It's because we're happy. And we don't know what we feel right now.
We also kept turning around and looking at the green ocean. We
filmed ourselves one part. I remember I got my camera out, started filming, and it's us just crying, and I go, look, and we both are just crying, and we show the audience because it's so many people with their fucking green light sticks up that green ocean.
And being able to be in the spot we were in, turning around to see like the actual
no one was in our way.
We just
saw everything.
It was just like you could literally feel like your heart burst out of your chest, just being like they're really literally
like a firework
for them. Like it was
because they're like a firework.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. During that one, we were
too much. It was too much. We got a couple concert clips. I try every time to get at least a few things to be like we were there. This is some of the things we saw.
But it's so hard.
It was like trying to pay attention to the things. But I did film a couple of actual because I also liked having them in my phone. So like look back on, and I'm not going to delete them. But there are a few concert clips that I'll also put in at some point during one of the talking parts. During when they were talking. Everyone was kind of just like standing around and like interacting with whoever they were like in front of or near and stuff. And talk to people or interact with people, do whatever. Classic GOT7, like they just interact with whoever's fucking near them. So then Jin Young we got his attention, and before he even did JJP, I was like, I don't know what to do, and I went, and he goes, And I was like, yeah, no, I'm telling you,
We
I'm
were
not
like,
sure what I'm doing. Because I was like...
You know what I realized we've done on more than one occasion? We start speaking full sentences.
Just at them.
Being like, hey, so then, and like, we start, like, you can't, literally, there's no way we could get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But they see that we're talking a lot and saying a lot of stuff.
So if anyone has any clips of him during that, him being confused, I was like, yeah, I am also confused. But then, as a team...
We started being like...
Yeah, you know what's good.
Hello.
You know what it is. JJP. And we were like... And had like the lights and stuff. And we were on the very end of the barricade. So it was like a group of people in the front row, but then we were the very last two people. So it was like he wasn't looking over at anything else, like past us. Because there was nothing else to see. It was just seats now. So we were standing there and we were doing it. And he goes... And we were like, oh, bitch, he did it. He fucking did it in a place full of 19,000. Like, that place holds 19,000. We're not sure if there were 19,000 people in the building, but it was bigger than any other place he'd ever done it.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh.
We were like, oh, fuck.
Throwback Thursday, bitch. Yeah. And he really... We actually don't have a clip of that.
No. We've
So,
searched, but...
if anyone has a clip of any of them during Thank You, please send it our way.
I think one of the hardest things to remember is that we were like, okay, it was when someone was talking, but then they talk in like 3 different sections, and then it was like, what shirt were they wearing, and then what was happening.
Trying to
and
remember the moment, and not everyone has like a focus on a specific person.
Right, it's so
but
hard
it
to
did
keep track
happen,
what-
and we
where
did
it
tweet
was.
about it once it happened.
Yes, because we fucking freaked out and shook the fucking
like,
barricade.
bitch, I kept
looked away.
hitting the front of it, and it would make like a metal sound, and I was like, they might actually ask me to leave. But then the concert continues, and it gets to the very end, which nothing happened in the middle. It's
like,
a huge fucking concert.
Right.
It wasn't like wild stuff. Like we would see people here and there look over, and we would like make eye contact, and
right.
like someone
like,
would
sing,
like
sing part of the
or
song
something,
or like do a thing.
but they're not gonna be like, yeah. Oh, my elbow. They're not. My shit got rocked at that concert. My elbow was literally broken because of GOT7. But the end of the concert came. And
That's when they pop off.
When they do like the encore and the confetti and all that stuff, we were like, we know where they stand and they're gonna get crazy.
Yeah.
So we went to the end stage, stood up on some chairs, and a couple of things happened, which these are Juliet's clips, and we will put them in. We'll just quickly explain, because it wasn't that big, but it wasn't like it was intimate moments, because it was like you and the one person, but it happens for everyone. So we're not saying it was like only us.
Right, but it's still,
but it's cool as fuck
did
and
occur.
it's GOT7, yeah.
Did occur. Well, I mean, only one thing happened, and then Lana had like a marathon of things happen.
Only fucking one. Yeah, it's fucking Young Jay.
I know, but I watched like the marathon of things happen. Because wait,
I turn the video every time. I'm like.
We ended up, when we ran up to stand on chairs, we ended up being in 2 different rows. So it was like Alana was here and I was like here. So we were in like when it was
like one seat over the row back, so we could have like held hands and stuff if we wanted. But
it's like when they're like looking, it's like it was like 2
spread out
separate things happening. So while they were doing fly and walking around at one point, it was like, and since we like
I was charged and I watched the whole thing happen, and I was like,
there was one row of people in front of us, and then they were all pushed up
nothing.
against the catwalk. So there was like a shit ton of space around us standing there
with us up on chairs,
and we were probably like this far away from eye level with them. And I realized that a few times, and I was like, I feel like we're like on stage almost. So maybe we shouldn't be doing this.
That's why I said Jin Young.
It's like, do I be on stage? So then Young Joe was turning like the corner of the catwalk to come there, and he was just kind of standing there for a second. Like he was just looking around, and then he looked and like I was just kind of standing there.
You were both like,
and then it was like, and then I looked, and then I was like, hey, and he was like, hi.
It was so
and then,
cute.
Like, he just looked, and I was like.
It was so cute.
And he was like, and then just like moved along. And it was like, that was weird because there was really just no one else around.
No one else. You can like see right over everyone's heads.
So it was like, all right, well, catch you later.
And I'm gonna keep singing now.
And then it was
which
like,
is what happens with everything that happens. Yeah. I don't remember the order that anything happened. Yugiman Jackson.
We're convinced Jackson hates us still to this day.
They interact with like a ton of people, but it was just like nothing happened in the moment.
Yeah.
I think it was JB, Jin Young, Bam Bam. No, JB, Jin Young, Mark, Bam Bam.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So JB comes over first.
That was my favorite thing to watch. I
look like a loser.
No, it was so good.
And I point to my phone and I was like, and he goes, and I was like, oh, okay, don't throw it. Because I was like, they take phones from people, but I had an entire row of like the people standing in front, which easily, I'd say it was maybe like 2.5 feet total from where he was, where he easily could have leaned and like caught it, but he could only throw it back and stuff. And he goes,
It was so
And
funny.
I was like, okay.
Because
And then he moved on, yeah.
The way he did it was like, where he's like, no, you know I'm not going to take it. You know I'm not going to, please don't do this to me. Please don't do this to me.
Because I was like,
and Lana's like, I might throw it at you.
I
And
might
he's
do
like,
it. I might do it anyway. I'm going to bring my phone for you. Didn't happen. So then
It was like a perfect Alana JB
he
moment,
just,
no
moved.
offense.
If you know how I feel. Then he just moved on and said, fuck you, whore. And then next was Jin Young, where it was
Oh my
just like
God.
a singing moment, but he was like on the edge of the stage and like I was singing back to him and he was singing and it was a lot of like.
It was weird how close we were
he was
to
like
them.
doing like, he went like moving his
He was
hands
really
like
slutty
this.
that night overall, so he
Yeah.
was like feeling himself.
But he did like a point and then like a kind of like a this and was like just I was doing it back with him and I was like, I'll come on stage. Should I come on? Like as a joke, and then he just like kept dancing. But I was like, no, I was kidding with you. We were both doing a
That
joke.
was a joke thing.
That we had together. We were doing a joke, right? A JJ joke project. Joke. Okay. And then he just kept doing stuff with other people, and then Mark came over.
I'm convinced Mark referenced something that happened in the past. I know you'll never say it, but I was watching it. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. So no, it's fine.
Mark had
It's
his
fine.
backpack, his
I was
Gucci backpack on.
I was a third party at the time. And
Honestly,
sure.
I blacked out during Mark's, so.
He did the exact. Okay,
Yeah.
if it wasn't him doing the thing he did before, he just literally did the thing he did before.
Which again, it was kind of like with everyone. Anytime they would come over, I would just sing and like dance with them.
Right.
And then Mark had the biggest smirk on his face and was like, and like
He
does like the
literally-
dancing back.
He did this,
Yeah.
and that was the boom 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 thing. What the fuck? It doesn't go with fly. It doesn't go with fly.
Oh, shit.
Or whatever. So it was either fly or look. Either way, it was
just
boom
too
boom
much.
boom.
But after you make eye contact for a little bit, you're like,
Oh
oh my god, we're looking at each
my
other.
God, stop.
No, we're literally looking
Oh
at
my
each
God,
other right
stop.
now. Are you sure me? I would even look around sometimes and be like, was that me?
The girl, I remember when the girl next to you was like, "Whoa!" and you were like, "Ah!"
I'm not sure. Then they moved back to the main. There was a whole lot that happened.
Mm-hmm.
They moved back to the main stage for one more time, and we ran back. But then we ran back for the final time, and ended up next to each other.
Yes.
On the seats, standing on the seats next to each other. Which actually I didn't say. Jackson saw me fall in line. There's video, but
There was one Jackson
I don't know
thing.
where to find it. But we get up on the chairs, and there were the folding chairs, but the chair didn't move, just the seat part, and my foot went right through, and I went. It fell through the chair, and Jackson watched it. He was like,
He literally walked away.
he was like, "Oh, bitch, you're messy."
He was like, "Did that to yourself." There was one video that I don't even remember how we found it, but we're not just gonna put it in here. But you could just see, like, it was like a far away one. You just see Lana's head, and then all of a sudden her head's gone.
I just went flying down. I was like, "What?"
It was like, "Oh, bitch!"
The bitch went down. So that happened, but. We ran back, then came back again, and we're standing next to each other. Finally, legs spread so we don't fucking.
We were
fall.
like having athletic stance.
We have our spot cemented, and then they just kept like fucking with people and like we're doing the stuff. I got a clip of JV with the rose.
Oh my God,
where he
that was
threw in,
so
like, a
funny.
little fucking tease.
They're still literally the funniest group on the planet, no matter
On
what's
any
going on.
stage.
Like
The largest stage you
everything
could
they
ever
do
give
is so
them.
fucking hilarious.
So sweet and funny. But then Bam Bam came over
It had.
and literally is like, "You two, hi, you two," and we were like, "What does this mean though?" Nothing. It's just you're just waving to us mid concert, but we were like,
and then
"That's a lot."
Then he did Wakanda Forever after
Right
that.
after, but he was like,
Because we were, I don't think we said it in a video or anything, but we were on the Good Day New York thing,
"Oh."
and we
didn't
looked like
mention that.
trash.
We didn't mention that. I'm gonna say something after about
because
that.
we looked like
I'm
trash.
gonna say something too. Keep
Because
going,
we
though.
didn't expect to be filmed that day. We were going home. We were like literally just needed a shower. Like, and we ended up getting looped into the Good Day New York thing, which we were like very proud to represent GOT7. But then Bam Bam was like, "I watched the news this morning," and then we
were
literally said on it, like we talked about Bam Bam on the news thing. So he's gonna be like, "Who the fuck is that?" Literally, who said that? Not me.
That wasn't me. Different guy. Same guy, different times. But actually, let's just touch on it now that we're here.
Let's.
I had that on because it was pajamas. The Mom Bebe shirt.
Mom Bebe shirt.
I also love Monster X.
Right.
But I saw no one said anything rude, but I saw a couple people being like, "LOL, I'm wearing a Mom Bebe shirt, a Monster X shirt. That's awkward." Blah blah blah. I love Monster X. I love GOT7.
Right.
It was just what I was wearing, and we didn't know we
you
were gonna be
know-
on the fucking news.
If you know anything about YSG, it's that we could also be just as likely to be interviewed about Monster X wearing a GOT7 shirt or a 17 shirt, and that's just how we are, and it doesn't mean we love any of them any less, and
Exactly.
GOT7 fans are way nicer than some other fans we've been attacked by in the past. But they all, like, even someone else that we don't even, like, someone replied on their own saying, that they
They're
have
fans,
a YouTube
yeah.
channel. They love GOT7 so much, but they're multi-fandom. Like, and was like, don't, like, it's not.
We didn't know we were going to be on the news that day, so.
Right. But it was really cool, and like everyone kept quoting the thing that Alana said about them being superstars, but people, and so it was a very nice thing.
Yeah, so fucking cover up the mom, baby. I meant my words.
But we were like, but that did happen, and then Bim said he watched the news that morning.
Yeah. I woke up, watched the news, we were like, you said what?
We were like, hopefully he was getting a snack during part of it.
What news?
Because we looked bad.
Korean news, maybe.
Probably wouldn't even recognize, actually,
No.
if it was like, wouldn't be like, I don't know those people, because if he'd seen us on YouTube before, he'd be like, that's not who I saw.
We were 3 different people.
Yeah.
From YouTube, from Good Day New York, and then the concert, it was 3 different people.
3 totally different sets of girls.
But he did point us out, and we were like, hi, sweetie.
Yeah.
And then the concert ended, we went and got sandwiches.
Yeah. When it ended, and then all of our friends like came back together, and every single one of them were like, we saw you get pointed at. We saw all those things happen, guys. And
We were like, shut the fuck up!
We were like, who?
And then I couldn't stop crying.
Oh my god.
But
it was
we saw all of our sweeties. We all grouped together, took a group picture.
There were so many different reasons to be emotional. We ran around the streets in a dangerous way.
Yeah.
We were just, it was literally 20 of us just like crossing the street like a fucking like ducklings running across the road. And then
because I started sprinting.
Even when we were doing that, it was so funny and so much fun. But then there were different moments standing like I like went to the back of the group of everyone and like just watched everyone like everyone was like linked arms or had their arms around each other. We're like laughing so hard, and it was all like. For the most part, except for a couple of you guys, obviously have been friends before, but like they didn't know each other before, and like are immediately best friends, and like
that's why we love. And GOT7 did that.
Literally,
that's why I was crying because I was like, GOT7 just made us a ton of friends, and we're all here today.
We came out, and when we were all in a group, like for like the half hour it took us to actually leave, and we were like hugging everyone, and then when we met Tay, and then we had like Gabby came over and joined our group of friends, and like we were all hugging each other, and we all kept getting so much because it was like, oh my god, like this is literally like our first video on our channel is GOT7, and like so everything that we do, like being so proud of them, but then we've had these great experiences and like had a whole group of friends who like wanted to plan a surprise party together and do all these like
and
real life
GOT7
friendship things.
They like feel it, but they don't even know how many people they like brought together. Just like with us specifically, they change people's lives.
And like anyone even within our group of friends or people that we talk to online being like, this like helps me feel better, like that is in turn because of all of them and like what they do. So to be able to see them achieve something like that was so like, that's why we were fucking sobbing through it, because it was for so many different reasons.
It's bigger.
We're so proud and grateful to even be in any way a part of their process and what they've been doing and their growth.
I gotta say, it's for life, man.
Like it is.
We're going from Agassiz to Phoenix's.
Like, you can feel it from head to toe, the love that just flows through.
The growth and everything building, and it's like we're just here, starting from the bottom, now we're motherfucking here.
Yeah.
With our friends, with their friends, with GOT7, they are our friends.
We've never been more proud to be a part of a thing.
Or to, like, be fans of people. Like,
yeah.
Like, the general, like, idea of like being a fan of someone, some people think it's weird, and it's like you saw what they said in the VCR. It's not. It's so pure, and it's the sweetest love, and that's why we love GOT7 for life. So
yeah.
But we hung out with everyone after, and it was amazing.
So much fun. Literally the best.
We went back, and we're in the hotel with the people that we're sharing the hotel with, and then we woke up and went home.
And then it was a really sad reality after that.
We missed our bus and had to take one an hour later.
Yep. Didn't even get refunded for that Uber.
No.
It was bullshit.
Wait, you didn't?
No, I got refunded for the $4 of waiting fee, and then they denied me the rest of it.
Fuck.
Bullshit.
Cowards.
But
we are just so thankful and so grateful for everything they do for us, everything they've given us, all the music they've given us, all the dances, all the looks, all of just like their personalities, letting us see them as real people.
Just having
it means
them
more than just K-pop music.
Such a part of our lives that like we genuinely right now I have no idea what our lives would look like. I have not a clue what our lives would look like.
We wouldn't be doing anything.
And we wouldn't have it any other way. We really wouldn't. Like we're so proud even people are like, oh, that's like a weird or like annoying sort of thing to like have be your like life, and we're like, bitch, we love it. Our Agassi hearts are beating hard. Like it's and
do this, but it's that.
With anything we do here with all this stuff, it's just
and we can't wait to see what they're gonna do next. Maybe come back for fan meetings if you want.
My God, we just want to squeeze them. We just want to hug them.
Thank you for everything.
Yeah. We kept yelling thank you during everything. We were like, thank you!
Thank you.
Like,
but we just seriously had the most amazing time of our entire lives.
Seeing when we were, the parts when they were on the end stage and we didn't run all the way to the end stage, like we were still in the middle, watching them perform with all of the lights in the background, and like, even we had never seen Look live.
Yeah.
And like...
You are.
And it was just
firework. It was just everything made us cry, even if it was like a song that's not supposed to make you cry. Like just literally all of it. We were like, damn, oh my god!
Like seeing them just do the choreography that we love in front of such a huge audience, and it's genuinely
think of it like this. Mark thought a crowd of 4,000 looked like 10,000. Then he was in front of a crowd of more than that. So like it's just imagination, but instead of imagination, it's proud, grateful,
like
thankful. Like we love them so much, but we're gonna end it here. Before we start to get really emotional.
We could continue
and, like,
to talk
go on
about it for
8 hours.
literally.
But seriously, GOT7 is our whole lives. GOT7, they're our lives.
We love it. We're so grateful.
Souls, everything. I got grateful. Hope you enjoy everything that we put in.
Yeah. Hey. Thanks.
If you don't, it's okay. Sorry. We're sorry. Love you. Bye. We just got to New York. We didn't vlog anything of us like going from Boston to here, but we're here. No fun. We have our jerseys on. We are Aga reppin', and we're going to our hotel now, and then we're gonna meet some more friends. Fuck you.
She was like,
like what?
We're at the hotel
in Cling
with this motherfucker, with Maddie and her.
We lost it.
I just said Maddie and her mom.
Oh, we're gonna go in the elevator stuff, and I was like, I have to back up and let these people out, and then I turned around and I hear,
Hi, bitch.
The door closed. She immediately paused her giant door closed. She's like,
right now we're playing. What's it called? Heads Up.
Yeah.
Heads Up with 17 members. With 17 members. Molly. So Molly lost. We all guessed ours, and Molly lost, and now she's eating
Drinking.
She's drinking hot sauce.
what did you do with your water bottle?
That smell is strong.
I'm gonna die.
Rest in peace. Wow, that's
Oh my god, Molly.
I got a shit
shot
already.
of soju.
Oh!
There it goes.
She's gonna be like those girls that are like, Mom!
Your asshole's gonna be burning. Like, you can feel the wrath.
We're right here.
Can you guys stop yelling? Hey, stop yelling.
What the fuck is
My Jess is crying. Yes. Woo! Come off. We're having a glow in the dark.
Oh my god, I'm
Peggy.
gonna freaking put this right on my purse.
Peggy, one word to describe how you're feeling right now.
Love. That's all. I don't know. I'm just really happy. That's fucking radical. Oh my god.
When do you blow it out?
Do I have the lung
Whenever you feel like
capacity?
1, 2, 3.
Oh
GOT7!
my god, do not.
That's dangerous.
Let's not set Andre on fire.
That's horrible. That's really the ugliest thing I've ever seen. Hey, it's Aga Day. GOT7 is today. We haven't filmed it yet, but everyone's here and we're all getting ready and our sweeties are leaving, but we're gonna see everyone there and we're really fucking excited. We're all ready to get God.
Amen.
Okay, we're about to go into the high touch in about a half hour.
Sporty King.
It's on a basketball court. It's very awkward in here.
We're really nervous.
Can you see a hoop? Where the fuck's the hoop?
Sports.
You can't see any fucking hoops.
We're on a basketball
But
court.
we can't record anything, so if we get anything and show it after this, it's going to be a voice recording.
We'll see you on the other
Yeah.
side.
Good luck to us. Good luck. Good luck.
Good luck. I said it back. Oh, good luck.
Thanks. We're in Shake Shack. We would do absolutely anything for GOT7.
Yeah.
We would kill a man for them.
Oh man. Cross every mountain, every river, every anything, whatever you want.
It's too much. It's too much. We saw them and we high touched them, and they're so
Really
beautiful.
fast.
We should just say what happened now.
Yeah.
First was Yugim,
Yep.
and he
Sweet as shit.
was saying thank you to like everyone. It was not a very talkative high touch. Next
Young Jin.
was Young Jae. Young Jae was smiling, but not Young Jae smiling. Next was Bam Bam. He said
He said,
What's up?
What's up?
to everyone.
Literally lean back. What's up?
To literally everyone. Then was me asking you guys who was next because I can't remember.
Jin Young.
Was it Jin Young, then JJP.
was next, then JB, then Mark, then Jackson.
I threw JJP to Jin Young and he just smirked, but that was it.
Jin Young, I said, you're still my favorite. He nodded because he's like,
Maddie
well.
said fuck in front of Yugim, so
He laughed.
we're
though,
down.
So
Two
like,
of us had swore to them, so Peggy's next.
Yeah.
And then JB was literally smiling
he was
as,
literally, like,
as,
really
as,
happy.
as
He was-
much as he could.
He
That
was
man
happier than anybody
fully
else in that
ear to ear
building.
smiling. It was like a general like proud of
like,
you,
we're
love
really
you.
proud
Yeah.
of you. They were like,
The next was Mark.
I told him I liked his music. He said, thank you.
That's right. It was like general again.
They were
Proud
all
of you,
very
love you. You're gonna
reserved
kill
for
it
what we
tonight.
know them.
Then last was Jackson.
Jackson, who was maybe the most reserved of everyone.
And he was like just sweetly smiling at everyone.
Yeah.
It wasn't like wild,
No.
but we still love them with our whole
We're
hearts,
really
and it
proud
doesn't
of
need
you.
to be
He was
wild.
like,
So
the staff was still, come on, go.
Yelling at us
Before
the
we
whole
even
time.
went
Yelling
through,
at everyone. Yeah.
Before we even went through, the first lady was like,
come
let's
on,
go,
come on, let's
let's
go.
go. I was like, I haven't said hi to you yet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Say woo, 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 woo. Fireworks. Say woo, 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 woo. Fireworks. Say woo, 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 woo. Fireworks. Say woo, 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 woo. Everybody say, let's go to Castle Piscine, what? 바라보기만 해도 숨쉬기만 해도 생각해버렸어 너무 상상만 들어도 또 하니 더 아무것도 하니 더 익숙해질 때 서 있을 때쯤 난 yeah. 넌 바꾸는 상상을 가슴이 뛰는데 그게 느껴지고 있어 하루의 반상에 우리 사이에 떠는 느낌 저도 채워지지 않은 내 마음의 깊이 때를 밝게 네 노래는 와야 지금 이게 불러 Before the sun 그들끼리 이런 혼란스러운 우리가 파지쳐가면 힘들어져 있는 내 손을 잡아 따뜻하게 나를 꽉 감싸 안아 늘 앞만 보고 달려와서 숨쉬기 벅차올 때난 너의 하늘이 돼줘 언제나 괜찮아 feel right 소가는 곳에 서 있어 언제나 구름이 가려져 있던 이 모습을 보면 난 그들끼리 이런 혼란 Put your hands up for the king I'm the king I'm the king Long time no see 여기저기 들리는 함성 소리 Long time no see 네 목소리 우리 관계의 연결고리 난 그대들의 목을 타게 하는 방아범 목을 물어뜯길 원하는 like a bomb Pump 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 pull the trigger boom boom 폭발제 살며시 지는 내 미소를 Oh my fucking god, dude! 거침없이 난 내버려 두고 다른 남자와 눈을 맞춰 이제 널 잊고 싶어 나도 나답게 살래 곁에 다 참아온 건 모두 다 한자리 벽했어도 너를 자꾸 떠났네 돌아오지 않아 I still think about you I still think about it 아직도 난 네가 준 상처가 아물지 못해 어떻게 그래 어차피 알아도 후회하고 싶지 않아 널 원하는 내가 싫어 날 깨뜨리기 싫어 이제 제발 떨어진 감사하죠 넌 이해 못해 상처받는 날 모른 척하는데 눈을 감아도 아직까지 못해 먼저 걸을 때 I can only TV 볼때 외로움만 기억하니 너로 인한 처음을 시작해 너를 보내 항상 후회해 매일 밤을 꿈속에서 살아 그것이라도 널 보기 원해 뭐든지 말좀 해봐 알아듣게 좀 해봐 가슴이 아파 죽을 것 같아 숨쉬게 해 편해질래 이제 널 놓아줄게 내 앞에 있던 내 모습들 나 이제 잊어볼래 Watching I'm a bullet with my gun Give me some more Can't get enough of that just right Give me some more Give me some more my attention now Go carry on Go carry on and hey, hey, hey Ain't enough, give me some more Now I'm stuffing like a monster Ain't enough, give me some more Go win it, I'm a conquer Give me some more Let the Phoenix out of this cage Nobody can stop me on the stage I'm tired with the rhyme, I like it What I've been through, flipping my pages Should I just be the villain or the set and be the goblin or the singing in the coffin afternoon? Should I just be the villain or the set and be the goblin or the singing in the coffin afternoon? God, give me some more. Can't get it up and get your shot. Give me some more. Give me. I just wanna
I'm doing a French thing right now.
We're having a moment.
Destroyed it. Destroyed the whole.
He said beep bop with his butt.
Bebop with the butt. That's what he said. What is she doing? What are you doing?
Nothing. Okay, everyone, you guys were saying hi like it was people you don't fucking know. Say a little, come on.
Hi! Hey!
Peggy, you're
Who are you saying hi to?
fucking vlog, Joshua.
Hi, vlog!
It's a video.
This is ugly.
We would go to full-on war for GOT7. We all fucking cried.
All day, every day. I look like I'm really yelling at someone down there. Shut up,
GOT7!
GOT7!
No one else did it.
Where's the blood?
That video of the girl? Maddie! Hello! Get in the video. Hello. Okay, well the fucking lights won't come back on, so now we're all going to fucking hang out.
Yes.
I can't die.
Slow, everyone slow! Did you guys see me running?
Kill me.
Did you guys see me running? Because I'm an athlete. Alana ran, so.
See, the
I
only
am
race
so
I
It's not
have.
Alana Rose, it's Alana ran.
After all that cardio at the concert too, I can't believe it.
The only person that retweeted our tweet. We fucking love you, Lindsay.
Biggest fan.
Bye, guys. Bye, squad. Not you, Maddie. Shut up. Love you. Love you. Love you. Love you. Love you. No one's saying it back. Molly!
I love you.
I love you too.
Love you.
Love you. Everyone just saying love you. Love you.
Love you.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Love you.
Love you. Love you. Love you. Love you. Love you. Love you.
None of stop.
Bye, squad. Love you.